Sit tight and grab a Fresca. This Die-In Theater stream is about to begin. Greetings, I'm your host, Dr. Wolfula, and welcome to my Die-In Theater, a home away from home for live screaming horror movies. I've got a special film for all of you tonight, at least I hope it's special. Hey, Goulash, what movie are we going to be screening tonight? Oh, hey, Goulash here. The film I've selected tonight is The Naked Witch, shot in 1960 and released in 1964. The Naked Witch, you say? Sounds like my kind of witch. Don't get too excited, sir. There's very little naked witch in this movie, and what is there has been heavily censored. Oh, what's the point then? I don't know. The Naked Witch was directed by the late Larry Buchanan, a self-proclaimed Schlockmeister from Texas, who directed a variety of B-horror movies like It's Alive or Curse of the Swamp Creature. Curse of the Swamp Creature? This movie's gonna suck, isn't it? Yup, let's roll the film. The light, it burns! Look at Mr. Highbrow over here with his Shakespeare quotes.
It's a very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn, and hell itself gives up contagion to this world.
I am praying for a good movie. What a clod. Larry and Claude are a real power couple. Okay, we get it, Claude. You did a lot of work on this movie. Ooh, this movie's got optical effects. Here lies the only person who watched this movie. Der Sangerbund Children's Choir was in this movie? Star-studded cast. Looks like an Oktoberfest waitress. Robert Short as the student. Rated R, starts Friday. As... Aw, she's naked now. Show me the goods. This is just gonna be Night of the Living Dead, isn't it? Go, Speed Racer! Go, Speed Racer! Go, Speed Racer, go! Hey, it's the dork of Wall Street.
If I could have known of the strange and haunting experience that was waiting for me...
Dramatic pause.
I never would have driven any further into the hill country of central Texas.
Is this guy doing an Urkel impression?
There are those who say that it was all a dream, and that it didn't happen at all. Nor could it happen in the 20th century.
Especially Bill Cosby.
But I tell you, it happened.
Sure it did, Grandpa. Let's get you to bed.
Perhaps you'll be able to believe it if I tell you about where it happened and the people who lived there.
Unfortunately.
To begin with, it was early spring. And there are few places in the whole world as lovely as Central Texas in April.
I doubt that.
But this is not the Texas of cowboy lore.
Less gay.
For here, snug in a green valley rimmed by evergreen hills, are trim, clannish, thoroughly German villages.
Clannish and German? I don't like the sound of
German
that.
Settlers came in 1846 seeking religious asylum in America. The green hills, the rocky slopes, and clear rushing streams reminded them of the hills beside the Rhine.
Hopefully it was the only thing that reminded them of Germany.
Stone outcroppings in the encircling hills, they built their thick-walled homes, most of them still standing.
Surprisingly.
Mellowed to amber by the sun, still occupied by descendants of the settlers.
Nothing I like better than thick walls.
And they have kept the faith that made their grandfathers brave sickness, isolation, and Indian raids.
Oh, man.
So that it be kept alive. A characteristic of the valley is the great number of bells, church bells, the Abendglocken.
Abendglocken, mein Führer.
And there are the school bells, which have rung for 100 years, calling the children to schoolhouses that were built by their great-grandfathers.
Technically, they're slaves.
Though English and German are spoken interchangeably, German is taught in the schools and is still the language of social contact and of the home.
Oh, no. Is this movie educational? Oh, no. Oh.
and they sing in German.
These motherfuckers are spitting. Hey, Macarena. All right, play Freebird now. There really is nothing more beautiful than the desolate bogs of central Texas in April. All right, everybody, watch your backs. There are Germans on the loose. So, when are we going to get to the plot of this movie?
Yes, this was spring. The time of Sangerfest, the singing festival.
Not a very creative name for a singing festival.
I was trying to get to the village of Luckenbach, where a singing festival was in progress.
With fuel prices now, this guy's gonna be in a lot of trouble.
You can joke all you want to about how far a sports car can go on a gallon of gas,
I will.
but when they're out, they'll sit there like any other car.
That jackass in the sports car ran out of gas. They really do sit there like any other car. Well, I guess it's time to get nude.
I was already late, so I decided to leave the car and walk into the village.
Cool, free car!
This was the last day of the singing festival, and the last day I could take away from college.
Until he eventually drops out.
I was writing a thesis on the early Germans in Texas, and the festivals were important to my research. As I walked through the countryside toward the village, I thought to myself how lucky these people were to live in such peace and unspoiled beauty.
What is this, big fish all of a sudden?
The old Burr Mill on the outskirts of the village, an ominous feeling crept over me.
There were Germans nearby.
It seemed as if the dark shade trees above the mill race were about to swallow me up and take me back 100 years. As indeed they soon would.
Mickey Rooney? That recumbent bike would work a lot better if he used his legs.
Hello there.
Y'all got a purty mouth.
I'm looking for a place to stay for the night. I wonder if you could help me.
Schönig sehen, mein Bruder Hans. Good beer, Wiener Schnitzel.
Tell me more about these wieners. Ooh, hachi machi.
Kirska.
Her name was Kirska.
Dude, he just said that.
It was a pity that such a lovely creature would be the one to tell me that I was too late for the festival. She was dressed in a costume of the old country and had taken some village children to the festival. She said that her grandfather would be glad to have me at the end.
You know, it'd be better if all of this was dialogue instead of silence and narration. Just saying.
As we turned to go, I couldn't help thinking that the old miller could help me in my search, so I turned to him.
Awkward silence.
He seemed pleasant enough as I asked him if he could help me. But when I mentioned the words superstitions and witchcraft,
And Wiener Schnitzel.
he simply turned and continued with his grinding.
What kind of nerd talks about that Harry Potter bullshit? So, Kirska, you're just gonna make me carry my bags all the way there?
I dismissed the old miller from my mind as overly sensitive, and we started walking through the village toward the inn.
This bag is really heavy.
I tried to ask Kirska questions about the village, but she was interested in what she called the outside.
Any place that isn't German.
What it was like at college. What kind of clothes were being worn by girls her age.
Do they still wear coochie cutters?
Suddenly I realized that I was out of place in this village, with its century-old homes and clean-swept walks.
I kind of look like a bum. Oh, there they are.
But as we approached the inn, her mood changed. It was as if she wanted to help me, but couldn't find words to explain how.
Ew.
You must be careful. The old ones do not like to speak of the spirits and Hex.
And your grandfather?
Grandpapa will be glad to have you in our house. He will talk of anything you wish,
Anything.
and much of what you don't.
Why are we laughing? Well, this is awkward.
That evening, after a good German dinner by the fire,
How'd you like your wiener?
Hans Schunig, the innkeeper, puffed on his pipe and tried to find words to answer my question.
Line!
Ja, mein Bruder, the Miller. The villagers, they are afraid to talk of those days when the spirits were about our belly. Especially the Luckenbach witch.
I have no idea what you just said.
I think I talk too much.
Surely after all these years, it would be nothing if you told me.
I will help you when I can.
Whoa, what happened to the lighting?
Talk of the witch.
But I promise you, I'm not going to say anything to anyone. I'm just interested
Good night.
All right, back to smoking my crack pipe.
I had just about given up hope of any help from anybody. Come in.
You aren't the girl I hired from the listing.
This water is fresh from the well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, do you have to go?
Isn't full release part of the service?
Well, I'm not having too much luck with the others, and I thought someone younger might be able to help.
If you know what I
Someone
mean.
like you.
More help?
With my thesis. I'm doing research for a thesis.
Sure you are.
They want to help you. If they could be sure it was the German immigration you were writing about.
And not those other German things.
Okay, so it's not just about the immigration story. So it's also about customs and legends and strange oddities that we're hereabouts.
And witchcraft?
It's
I didn't say
witchcraft.
anything
You
about
can be
witch-
honest with me.
All right, so I'm interested in witchcraft and sorcery in the old colony. What's the harm in that?
The old folks do not take these things lightly.
Or heavily.
I didn't mean to upset your folks the way I did. But what can be the harm in a guy researching something that happened over 100 years ago?
You end up boring people.
Here, to know us, to understand these things. You're what we call friender. You're from the outside. They don't trust you.
Well, I don't trust Germans either.
Are they trying to hide something?
Don't you? Why are you so interested?
Is he wearing a Crayola wrapper as a shirt?
Academic hobby with me. I know there's a lot of talk about witches and warlocks and stuff like that, and a lot of people actually believe it.
Stupid people.
But I've done a lot of research on witchcraft, and I actually believe it can be boiled down to a simple mathematical and economic formula.
How do you mean?
Act interested.
In any history book, in any age where there was widespread famine, sickness, want, you find an outbreak of women being denounced as witches.
News to me.
In the late Middle Ages, thousands of people were executed in Europe and England. In Massachusetts, 20 witches were put to death. All of
Just stare blankly in space and pretend you're listening.
But when your people first settled in this country, they had not only disease and hunger to contend with, they had the Comanche Indian raids as well. Little wonder then that the ugly word witchcraft was heard in the new colony.
He's hitting her with facts and logic.
Studying about all this.
To better understand the witch hunts we have today.
Witch hunts?
You would think that after the delusions of New England and early Texas, the urge to hunt witches would have disappeared from the Western world, but nothing of the kind. The medieval idea of witchcraft was replaced with things like race and nationality.
Okay, let's not go there, pal.
Your grandfather mentioned the Luckenbach witch, but caught himself when I tried to find out more about her. Now, I've heard of this case before. Can you tell me something about her?
Does she like shrimpy
There was
guys?
a woman called the Luckenbach witch. My grandfather and granduncle will not talk of it because it was their grandfather Schoenig who denounced her.
The settler that built this inn?
Yes,
He also built the Wiener Schnitzel.
in this very room. In that very bed.
Oh, let's talk a little bit more about the bed.
Don't leave now.
I have an old book, very old, which will tell you all about it. But you must not tell the others about the book.
You have my word.
I'll just be a minute.
Kirska,
Ah?
Yes.
you have the sweetest smile.
And rack.
Is that what the college boys are telling all the country girls this year?
No, I really mean it.
Okay, I'm lying.
I believe you.
It's just that I don't ever really notice anyone until they get a little bothered and light up like a candle.
After I've set them on fire, that is.
You know, with your German good looks set off with something simple and black, you'd look like a little cameo.
Take it easy on the German good looks talk, Adolf. If I hold the door for you, will you let me fuck you? Oh, I guess not. I guess I'm just gonna have to make do with my hand tonight, like always. Now it's time for intermission with Doc and Goulash. Man, the hero in this film is such a dweeb. What was the director thinking making him the lead? Maybe he was the director's nephew. Yeah, that makes some sense, I guess. Well, the opening of this film could have been a lot worse. It's supposed to open with a long documentary segment about witches.
Witches! Witches!
But it wasn't really relevant to the plot and slowed things down way too much, so I cut it out. Oh, thank God. Little bit of trivia, though. The narrator of the Naked Witches documentary opening was an uncredited Gary Owens, who voiced the original Space Ghost in Blue Falcon. That's cool. What's Gary Owens been up to recently? Well, he died 7 years ago, sir. That isn't fun trivia. Not all trivia can be fun, sir. All right, back to the movie. Oh.
As I finished my packing, I actually felt that my luck was changing for the better.
Neat packing job.
Just how much better, I couldn't describe. You'd have to see her.
Wah, 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 wah. You know, I think I can get into this goth look.
You said something simple and black.
I did?
What you talking about, Kirska?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Shouldn't you close the door?
Yes, of course.
So, do I pay you before or after?
I'm not sure I've got you figured.
Because I asked you to close the door?
Well, yeah, that and
And you wouldn't want Grandfather to know we were alone?
He might get involved.
Oh, you didn't think I wanted to be alone with you?
No. Well, to tell the truth, I'm not sure what I thought at the moment.
You didn't think little country girls ever thought of being alone and things and life?
But,
Well, who knows more about life and things and being alone than farm people?
Country girls make do.
It's just that farm people don't talk about it too much. Too much talk ruins it.
Okay.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
I'd better give you your book now and go.
What a tease.
Because after giving you your book, I have no reason to stay. Except on one condition. And that wouldn't be fair to you.
Yeah, it's not as fun if it isn't raw.
Good night, Friender.
Have fun with your hand tonight, you fucking nerd. Slam!
Well, I'll be there.
I think she likes me. I hope she doesn't mind if I get these pages sticky. Man, look at the bazongas on this one. Okay, he's getting a little too comfortable for my liking.
The early Germans in Texas.
Great combo.
To understand and properly know how witchcraft and suspicion raised its ugly head in the early colony, remember that in the first year of the settlement, typhoid, sleeping sickness, and other bitter hardships were climaxed by an epidemic that took the lives of 200 of the 600 settlers.
Only a German could manage to shoot a scene this dark in broad daylight.
What better subject than the widow who walked by moonlight? The widow who was too aloof to speak to the women of the village. The widow who caused the whispers about a clandestine affair with the innkeeper Scheunig. The widow witch, they called her.
Widow bitch is more like it.
It must be remembered that this was a time when a man of power could conveniently denounce as a witch any woman discovered with him in his bed.
Oh, those were the days.
The man was Otto Scheunig.
Yeah.
Why bother washing those hands when they're just going to be filthy again?
Don't look at me like that.
Well, Otto?
I heard you could give a gal a good goatee ride.
Well, widow?
What excuse is it this time, Otto? What excuse?
I have asked you to give me more time, woman.
I have given you time enough. You must decide between us.
Do you love me or your hand? I built this bed, you know.
I cannot play charity with my woman while she is infirm.
The villagers are talking.
About my tiny dick?
I hear them mouthing when I pass their doors.
What are they saying, widow?
They're saying that I have taken the bed of an invalid wife. They're blaming me for their miseries.
Script, please. Thank you.
The curdling of milk and the spoiling of butter.
My own milk is curdled enough, thank you very much.
They say it is the curse of the widow witch.
Let me just read my script real quick.
My washerwoman tells me that on Sunday last, the preacher read from the Old Testament.
Mont.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. You must take me away from all this.
I'm so itchy.
I cannot break charity with my woman while she is infirmed.
You have broken charity with me.
The cad.
What am I? A chattel to be used when convenient?
Now you're getting the idea.
To function where your wife cannot?
You know, the vagina.
To lie with, but not to marry?
Quiet, woman. Keep your tongue.
I'll not be silent.
All right, let me take another look at this script.
For I fear this talk of witches was born with you.
William Shatner's School of Dramatic Pauses.
Is it you who have woven this web of spectral evidence about me?
Oh, what a twisted web we weave.
Is it you who have called me a witch?
Next cue card, please. Next cue card. That one, yeah.
Oh, your face belies you ought to. Would you have me burned?
Besides the herpes, of course.
Yes. Yes. Witches are for burning.
Also orphanages.
No!
Stop your shouting, woman.
Let her hear me. Let all hear me. You belie me.
Housekeeping? Housekeeping?
They are here now. The elders are here to learn how you cast your demoniac spell over this house.
No! No, you lie!
Housekeeping?
I have told them how you cast your spell over my wife to make her invalid.
Helena Bonham Carter.
She is in league with the devil. The widow is a witch.
Also, I swear my penis isn't small.
That same night, under cover of darkness, they took the widow to the graveyard.
She looks nice with the pixie cut.
There are those who said that she waited proudly without fear, and that she whispered over and over, Tot au alle Schönigs, death to all Schönigs. I will return.
Du Alec.
And with the self-same spire,
Is the executioner wearing a garbage bag on his head?
all who bear the name of Schönig. How convenient for Otto Schönig that there could be no trial. Death would be by post-oak spire.
Oh, so it'll be painless.
Buried her not 100 yards from where she had lain with the cruel and deceptive Otto Schönig.
All right, enough reading. Time to spend some quality time with Mr. Hand. Okay, let's close these curtains. I need some privacy for this. Yep, few things are as beautiful as Central Texas in April. What was the point of that shot? Oh well. Oh no, he triggered the door's nerd alarm! Okay, calm down with the lantern, buddy. It's not that dark. The noises you're hearing are the sound of the audience. Hopefully a witch shows up soon and kicks this guy's ass. It's kind of sad when the most beautiful place in a town is the cemetery. I really hope this guy isn't resorting to necrophilia to get laid tonight. No, not fresh enough. You know, it'd be nice to know the motivations of a character in a scene. Oh, what do we have here? A dead possum? Tree branch, will you marry me? Nice ass. I guess the lighting guy quit. Dear Lord, please hear my prayer. Do something already! Gah! Oh, for God's sake, can we get another shot already? I can only look at this guy's ass for so long. Finally, you cut to a different shot. Jesus Christ. Oh, this shot again. Great. Awesome. Ugh. Watching some jackass play in the dirt. Now this is cinema. I really have never been this entertained before. Sweet, a dog corpse. Forgive me, Lord, for what I'm about to do. All right, let me just unbuckle first. There we go. Nicole Kidman. Yep, definitely Nicole Kidman.
There it was, the mummified face of the widow, with eye sockets staring.
Still in good condition downstairs, too.
Among the crumbling bones, the stake, now petrified stone. What a prize.
Hands to yourself.
If I could but take the stake, and the temptation was too much.
She had to be mine. Miss Kidman, I'm such a huge fan. Aw, she's blushing. But wait, we haven't cuddled yet. Is something supposed to be in this shot? Parkour time. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm alone. Man, I even strike out with the dead. Dude, you ran for 2 minutes. Quit acting like you ran a marathon. Now it's time for intermission with Doc and Goulash. Why'd that jackass dig up the grave? Maybe something inside the cemetery was calling upon him. Well, it would have been nice if the film actually explained that and lit it well. Well, a key part of horror is a fear of the unknown, sir. I'm not afraid of the unknown in this movie, Goulash. I'm just pissed off at it. Well, the witch is finally gonna show up, so let's get back to the film. AMC Theaters, we make movies better. Honestly, this is a bit of a downgrade. Oh, great, I slept through my alarm. She's got a case of resting ditch face. Whoa, man, have you ever really looked at your fingers before? Wild. These hands were made for gawking, and that's just what she'll do. One of these days, this bitch is gonna walk right into you. Finally, we get a naked witch in this movie, and she's half a mile away. Just my luck. Oh, for God's sake, the cameraman has his thumb on the lens. They're blocking the only thing anyone would want to see in this movie. Oh, great, the cameraman is covering the lens with his dick again. That black bar is a middle finger to everyone who watched this movie expecting a naked witch. Ah, goth mommy! I'm a little afraid of where his other hand is right now. This is the first time a naked lady has ever touched this guy's piece of wood. Yoink! I'll use this to impale myself in another way. Maybe something will finally happen in this scene. Any second now. Any second now. Yeah, I might be asking too much for something to finally happen. Yeah, I'm just expecting way too much. Hey, can we finally pan down and see the goods already? It's the naked witch. The cameraman has no respect for personal space. Oh, now I think I just look adorable in this, don't you? Yeah, take your time. It's not like things are supposed to happen in a movie or anything. That carpet is filthy. Focus! Look at Debbie Copperfield over here. Looks better on me anyway, skank. Is she having diarrhea or something? Now here's some soothing stock footage of a local lumber mill. I don't know why, but I really gotta take a piss right now. So, she's a clothed witch now? That's just great. Fantastic. All right, time for my midnight power walk. Why did I build the outhouse a mile away? Oh, God. Excuse me, madam. I had Chipotle for lunch. Nice breasts.
And one by water.
Oh, can you wait to kill me after I take a shit? Oh, this is so embarrassing. This is like a death scene from The Godfather. Huh, what's that smell? Wait a second, this isn't blood. Ew, ew, ew. Oh, great, now the river's filled with it. And the rivers shall run brown.
The next morning, the elders came to the inn. They had fished the body of the miller out of the blood-soaked mill pond.
Yeah, sure, it was
No question
blood-soaked.
what had happened, for they had also discovered the empty grave of the witch. I tried to speak up, but words wouldn't form in my mouth. This was all a dream, I wanted to tell them. This thing didn't happen.
I desperately wanted to gaslight.
As the elder continued to talk,
David Letterman?
the sudden realization came to me that it was true.
All of it.
I had uncovered a grave of a witch. And now, after 100 years, she had returned to avenge herself.
I can't visit a single town without resurrecting a killer witch. It sucks. Maybe I can still get her to fuck me. Oh, I hope so. Oh, who am I kidding? Who would want to fuck me?
The elder warned that no one should leave or enter the village until the witch be found and return to her grave. Surely the witch would not stop at one death. Where would she strike next?
It'd be nice if we got this scene in the form of
With
dialogue.
the name of Schörnig, were the innkeeper Hans
Hans?
and Kirska. As the moon rose,
Moon?
we did all we could do. Bolt the shutters and wait.
I guess they just shot all the night scenes during the day, fucked with the contrast, and called it a night. Literally. Next scene, please. Next scene. More scenes of the clothed witch. Great. That's just what I wanted. Every place the light touches in this movie is yours. So basically nowhere. Oh good, she's gonna break into this house to steal even more clothes. Bill Cosby was nestled all snug in his bed while visions of pudding pops danced in his head. Fire, fire, fire. They told me I was gonna be the hottest thing in this scene.
And won by fire.
Zip, zap, zoop, pudding pop. This is for what you did to my aunt, Cosby. Pudding pops! Rudy! Ugh. Oh no, this looks like a nice scene. Oh no, this fucking guy again.
Just as surely as if I had held the stake,
Don't call me Shirley.
I had killed them. I could no longer contain my guilt.
Give me all the lottery tickets you got.
Some kind of power kept me from speaking up.
I got the power.
It was as if I was hexed by the witch herself. I made up my mind to find the witch and stop the killing.
This is the most unfuckable dude I've ever seen. Ew.
The librarian must have wondered at my strange questions. Under the guise of research, I asked her if there was some place people could hide in the hills by day. Maybe some place where they went to during the Indian raids.
We call them Native Americans now, sir.
There were some caves downstream from the mill. I had my information.
But instead of just cutting away, here's an essential scene of me leaving the building. Look at that beautiful moonrise.
As the moon bathed the hills with light, I crossed the mill race and headed toward the caves downstream.
Ah, for some reason, I really gotta take a leak right now. The lake is still brown from earlier. Ew, gross. Gross, you're swimming in there? Ew. Hey, camera guy, can we tilt down, please? Thanks. Is this the opening of Shrek? Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong to... Dude, privacy. Wait, why am I recording that guy? There's a naked chick in this scene. I'm sorry, folks, I forgot. I'm gonna tilt down for you. Here you go. Whoa, finally some titties. Took them long enough. Not bad. Not bad at all. Sorry you folks at home don't get to see those bad boys. They're fantastic. Nothing like post-homicide skinny dipping. Man, I really hope it doesn't turn out that that nerd is jacking off to this right now. Oh God, it really looks like he's contemplating it.
As I watched, fascinated by this beautiful creature,
and her tits,
I couldn't believe that here was a vengeful witch who had murdered 2 and was sworn to kill a 3rd.
How can something so hot be so evil?
I felt sorry for her. This lonely nymph, whose friends were water snakes in the moon.
I assume.
And she seemed to know every sound of the night.
And did I mention her titties? All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. You know, at this point, I'm very bored with the nude bathing scene in this movie. Somehow, this film has managed to make watching a naked chick bathing in a lake boring. It's amazing. I applaud the filmmakers for just finding new things to make boring. Like, nothing else is happening. She isn't even standing up at this point. We're not seeing anything. This sucks. Now it's time for intermission with Doc and Goulash. So what did the script for this movie look like? Did the pages just read the naked witch swims in a lake for 10 minutes? I guess. The movie was paid for by a drive-in theater owner who wanted it to have a ton of nudity, but I guess he ended up getting ripped off by the final product. Yeah, they cover up the witch's nudity during all of her introduction scenes. Well, she probably was wearing a bathing suit, so they wouldn't risk her getting arrested in 1960s Texas for public nudity. So to hide the fact that the naked witch wasn't naked, they just smeared out her lower body. Oh, that's just stupid. Censoring out the lack of nudity in your naked witch movie? Well, things will get a lot more ridiculous from there. Back to the movie. Okay, finally she's standing up. You know, all that bullshit we had to watch so far is kinda starting to pay off. You know, I'm not complaining at this point. At least she's starting to stand up a bit more. Is he going to start jacking off? The suspense is killing me. I could have sworn I heard a shrimpy dork approaching. Oh God, I hope she doesn't see me. Okay, I don't think she can see me. I can see you, dude. Anyway, back to skinny dipping. Ugh, that brown stuff in the lake is really starting to sting my eyes. I don't know what's up with that. I'm pretty sure she didn't see me, so let's see if I can catch another peek. Yeah. Alright, where is she? Like, there's a naked chick right behind me, isn't there? Oh God! Oh! Ew, why does this lake smell like human shit?
As her eyes met mine, all thoughts of capture or punishment of the witch drained from my mind.
My balls remained undrained, though.
Her power and beauty engulfed me, and I found myself completely obeying her will.
You could say I became a simp.
I followed quietly as she picked up the gown she had torn from Kirska's back.
I've never seen a naked lady before. Follow me to my grotto. Yes, ma'am. Why do we need this many shots to establish that they're traveling somewhere? Is this a Lord of the Rings movie? You know, something tells me that this guy is still not gonna manage to get laid. Yeah, maybe walking through the giant puddle wasn't the best idea. Maybe we could have just walked around it, but oh well, I guess. What are you fucking laughing about? She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb and the shape of an L on her forehead. Wait, come back! I didn't even get to put it in! So, this is sex, right? This is what happens when two people have sex, right? So, are they playing tag or something? I can't tell what's happening in this movie at all, and it's really starting to frustrate me. Wait, come back! You're running too fast! I can't keep up! Some of the brown water got in my mouth. Why does every woman run from me? Why? So, when does the sex start? This movie has a lot of xylophone music and a serious lack of skeletons dancing. No, seriously, when does the sex happen? Hey, wait, where are you going? Jazz hands. So, is this when the sex starts to happen? They only have one close-up shot of her. Oh, Ooh, here we go. This is the Naked Witch after all. Let's see that come off. Yeah! Why are you so greasy? Why are your nipples so small? That Q-tip's on fire. What is this, a reverse strip club? Can you dance somewhere other than a cave, please?
Not a single dance lesson.
I'm starting to get dizzy again. Take it off! The director choosing a black dress against a black background? What could go wrong? So, I guess this is just what porn was like 60 years ago. It was a lot easier to get horny back then.
Be honest, this is the hottest thing you've ever seen, isn't it? Isn't it?
Wait, where did she get those shoes? So, are we gonna have sex or what? This is taking forever.
Hold on, I'm still dancing!
This is killing my erection. This movie counts as a credit in her interpretive dance class. I'm sorry to report this, but there's still 1 more minute left of this dance. Nothing more erotic than a chick in a bathrobe dancing 3 yards away inside a cave. This might be the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, we get it already. Can we move on? Oh, God, there's more of this dance. Oh, God, no.
I still don't know how I lost my job at the Gentlemen's Club off Highway 47.
Wow, Janice is a freak on the dance floor. Damn. My hump, my lovely witchy lumps. So, about that sex. And scene. Oh no, she's starting over again. Oh no! All right, time to swipe that V card. Get that cat off the piano. Whoa, how'd they do that? You know, it's not really that much darker. Wow, he couldn't even last 2 seconds. How pathetic. This is definitely going on the wall of shame.
1 by 1. 1 by 5.
1 by 1 we will take you.
But all shall die by the self-same spire.
Hey, wait, was it good for you? Eventually, I need to find a pair of pants. So, is it day or night in this movie? I can't tell at this point anymore. I'm so confused. Wait, isn't this the same shot as before? When in Central Texas, visit the scenic cemeteries. I'm gonna really take my time walking through this cemetery, just like my dancing. I'm gonna take as much time as I need. I hate to see you go, but I love watching you leave. No, wait, I was running too fast. I gotta slow things down again. Man, my hands are so crazy looking. They can touch anything but themselves. Weird. Meanwhile, down the street... Hopefully this whole movie was a bad dream. Oh, I dreamt I was in a really shitty movie and... oh no. Where's that organ music coming from? That chair looks just like a graham cracker. Yum. Can you guys seriously stop following me, please? I quit this movie like 6 weeks ago. Great, the next door neighbors are still playing their damn organ music. Ah, they've been playing it all night. He is just 1 inch away from sucking his thumb. Oh, don't tell me losing my virginity was just a dream. Ah. It's written in some kind of primitive language. I wish I could read. I was too busy thinking with my dick to save the day. Hope I'm not too late. The sound you're hearing is once again the audience. Huh, who's that weird, smelly-looking goth chick in front of my house? Oh, I guess I should just ignore her. Yeah, take your time, Kirska. It's not like this movie has a plot anyway. Yippee! Yeah, Kirska, keep taking your time. Oh, for God's sake, she's been walking for 5 minutes. This is worse than the dancing. Allie, a shot cat? This jackass has been running in circles this whole time. I guess I'll go this way again. Oh, awesome, more of this scene. You are taking your precious time getting over here, damn. Just come on already, let's get this over with.
Kirska!
I'm supposed to be in your hole, you're not supposed to be in hers. If anybody asks, she tripped. Seriously, Kirska, I am not taking the fall for this. Nobody's going to help me up? Oh, why does she smell like that? Ashes to ashes, Nicole Kidman to Nicole Kidman. AMC cinemas really do make movies better.
Later, in the cold gray light, I spread the dirt over the widow.
Like making a sandcastle.
My feelings were mixed. Here was a woman who had taken 2 lives.
And my virginity.
Yet she had been denounced maliciously and killed by the same stake.
I'm the villain of this story.
Was she witch or wronged widow?
She could be both. They're not mutually exclusive.
It is not for me to say. I am only glad that her tempest is over and she has returned to her 100-year sleep.
Could you please put a shirt on, dude? No! Finally, dear Lord, what was that? Oh, that movie sucked. How could you show something like that to me, Goulash? I thought there would be more naked witches in it. I thought it was your favorite thing. It is, but the nudity is barely in frame before it switches to the witch dancing in a cave for 5 minutes. I'm sorry it wasn't up to par, sir. Well, sorry isn't good enough. I'm going to have to kick your ass after this stream. I probably deserve it. You do. Anyway, thank you all for sticking out this die-in theater presentation of The Naked Witch. Hopefully I was able to make it a little more watchable watchable for you. If you enjoyed this screening, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss future screenings and streams when they're live. If you love this screening, consider pledging to my Patreon, where I host live movie streams every Saturday night at 9 Eastern Standard Time. The next film streamed will be Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Just $5 a month gets you a movie stream with me every week. Patreon.com/Dr. Wolfula. Well, that's it for this public die-in theater screening, but there'll be more on the horizon. The die-in will never drive. If you liked this video, like it, and if you loved it, click the subscribe and bell buttons for more vids. I'd also like to thank these fine folks pledged my shout-out tier on Patreon for all their kind support. Videos like this wouldn't be possible without all their help. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Dr. Wolfula signing out.